And good afternoon from Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines, the home of the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We have an exciting matchup in the fourth Class 5A quarterfinal game of the day featuring the 4-seeded Cedar Falls Tigers and the 5-seeded Waterloo West Wahawks. And hello, basketball fans. Again, delighted to have you with us on this Monday afternoon here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, alongside my broadcast partner, Jackie Kalin. I'm Hunter Phillips. And, Jackie, we had an exciting game earlier in the day featuring Johnston and Southeast Polk, and we just got done watching Waukee defeat Sioux City East. This has just been such a fun day here to kick off the state tournament.
It really has been already. I continue to have the goosebumps just being here, being a part of the atmosphere in these games, and I have no doubt that the game we're about to watch is going to be a good one.
And you know what's always the most intriguing game? It's the 4 versus 5, and not just that, these are crosstown rivals going head-to-head here.
They are crosstown rivals, and in fact, they wouldn't have faced each other had Dowling not gotten beaten by Sioux City East, but because of that upset, it moved everyone up in the rankings and ended up matching Cedar Falls up with Waterloo West, so basically an in-town rival, as you said, and an exciting one for the Cedar Valley area.
And welcome back here to Wells Fargo Arena here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as we're getting ready for tip-off between Cedar Falls and Waterloo West here in this quarterfinal battle in Class 5A. Hunter Phillips, Jackie Kalin, delighted to have you with us here today. Time now for our Kruger Seeds for Success. Jackie, what are the seeds for success for both teams here today to move on to the semifinal round? And good afternoon from Wells Fargo Arena here in downtown Des Moines, home of the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We have an exciting matchup in the second Class 1A quarterfinal game of the day, featuring the 4-seeded Montezuma Bravettes and the 5-seeded St. Ansgar Saints. And hello, basketball fans. Delighted to have you with us on this Wednesday afternoon here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, alongside my broadcast partner, Laura Leonard. I'm Hunter Phillips, and Laura, it's great to be working with you, and it doesn't seem to matter which class. The 4 versus 5 matchup seems to be the most interesting. It's played out that way, and it's going to be another exciting one here in the 1A bracket. Welcome back here to the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Hunter Phillips and Laura Leonard continuing to get you ready for today's 1A quarterfinal game between Montezuma and St. Ansgar. Time now for the Kruger Seeds for Success. Laura, what are the seeds for success for both of these teams to punch their ticket to the semis?
Well, for Montezuma, they want to win the 50-50 balls. They have to hustle all the time. Every time you win one of those 50-50 balls, it gives you an extra possession, and they're going to play physical and gritty defense. They're going to get after you and try to get in the passing lanes, try to get some steals. And then for St. Ansgar, and this comes from some of their players, so Haley Anderson said they need to have good defense, and they need to go to the glass, and they need to rebound. And then Hannah Patterson said they need good communication on both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and make that extra pass. You make that extra pass, you're going to catch the defense out of position. It's going to give you a good look at the hoop.
Today's Seeds for Success were brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll continue to get you ready for this afternoon's game between Montezuma and St. Ansgar here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. There's a look at the starting lineups, once again brought to you by Buena Vista University. Located in Storm Lake, Iowa, Buena Vista University prepares students for lifelong success through transformational academic, professional, and co-curricular programs. Schedule your visit today at bvu.edu. Cedar Falls and Waterloo West, the crosstown rivals, meeting in Des Moines, 4 versus 5. Ball is in the air, and Waterloo West in their black uniforms wins the tip, and we're underway here in this Class 5A quarterfinal game. Both teams coming in with identical records, 19-4, and they split both meetings in the regular season. Sahara Williams will pass it back out to Hallie Polk, talented freshman who leads the team in scoring. She is able to draw a foul in the opening possession, as that foul is going to be on one of the top players for Cedar Falls, Emerson Green.
Well, and credit Hallie Polk, freshman, first time on this stage, and taking it right to the rim, showing that she's not afraid to be here.
We've seen a lot of young players really adapt to this big stage with no problem at all. It's been really fun to watch, not only the veteran players, but also the young players getting their first crack here at the state tournament shine bright. And so the freshman gets Waterloo West on the board first. It's 2-0. Cedar Falls with their first possession. The ball gets tipped away. It'll still remain with the Tigers. Barney driving in the lane. Ball gets knocked loose, still on the ground. Jump ball is signaled, and possessioner will stay with Cedar Falls.
We're really going to see contrasting styles in terms of teams we have out on the court. Cedar Falls Tigers more of a guard-oriented team, and Waterloo West has more size, going to be looking to play a lot more inside-out basketball.
Well, what effort there by Polk. Off balance, had to throw the ball away, hoping that a teammate would catch up to it. Unfortunately, it went out of bounds there on the sideline. Cedar Falls having difficulty early on getting through this Waterloo West defense.
Waterloo West in a man-to-man defense here, but giving a pretty nice gap to each player, really showing that they're not okay with letting Cedar Falls drive into the paint.
Anaya Barney, junior guard who is going to be playing with her sister at UNI in a couple of years' time, goes to Jasmine Barney. And she is able to draw a foul while going in to the paint.
Cedar Falls looks a little hesitant so far offensively. I think maybe taking an extra minute to get settled in. They weren't here a year ago, but aren't strangers by any means to the tournament.
And Polk draws a foul, and that's going to be on Barney. Well, Polk, no stranger to getting her hands on the basketball. That's 2 steals already here in this first quarter for the freshman.
And how about Hallie Polk drawing a foul on the leading 2 players for Cedar Falls, kind of their big 2, if you will, and Polk getting fouls on each of them early.
So she is able to make the first free throw. Polk shooting 75% from the line this season. Again, the top scorer for the Wahawks. Scored the first 4 points of this ball game, 4-0. Wahawks over the Tigers, under 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Open 3 from the corner, off the mark by the Tigers. Lexi Godfrey let that one fly. Waterloo West with the board, back in their front court, leading by 4. Drive. Shot is short by Williams. One and done possession for the Wahawks. Back come the Tigers. A 3 on the way. Short. Good look for Anaya Barney, who averages 17.6 points per game. The team lead, but just by a little bit. Emerson Green right there averaging 17 points per game. That duo has led the Tigers to this point. Turnaround jumper won't fall for Williams. And she is going to be called for the foul. She was going over the back, trying to get that offensive rebound.
Yeah, when it comes to Emerson Green and Anaya Barney, it's hard to tell them apart if you're looking at statistics. Not only are they really right there together in points, but also rebounds, assists, steals. They are literally pretty much the exact same statistics across the board.
Should note that was on Brooklyn Smith, not on Williams. So the sophomore is trying to go for the shot. Cedar Falls looking to get on the scoreboard. 5.5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Top of the key 3. In and out. Rebound and the putback. Good for Emerson Green.
Nice extra effort there for Emerson Green. Waterloo West got them the shot they wanted to take. Again, they're really playing a sagging man-to-man, forcing Cedar Falls to play from the outside, but Emerson Green doing what she does best, which is crashing, grabbing the board. She really is such a versatile player.
Layup is missed by Williams, but the Wahawks grab the rebound. A foul called down low on the Tigers. That'll be on Jasmine Barney. But once again, back at the line is the freshman Hallie Polk, averaging 18.8 points per game. And the first free throw rattles out. The Wahawks defeated Urbandale and the regional final to get here to the state tournament. Their 8th trip, but their first since 2014. 1-for-2 trip from Polk. Makes it a 5-2 ball game. Just under 5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Cedar Falls coming in on an 11-game win streak, which included a win over Waterloo West.
Now as we watch this play out, Waterloo West doing a nice job of denying the ball from Emerson Green and Barney, allowing easier catches for everyone else to really try to take them out of what they want to do.
So now a substitution will come in for the Cedar Falls Tigers. Substitutions in today's game are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Waterloo West back to work. And a charge called on Brooklyn Smith. That's 2 fouls on Smith, who's a little frustrated.
I think that's going to be a very interesting matchup to keep an eye on. You have Emerson Green, who really can play the guard position, definitely gives up size to Williams. So Waterloo West going at Williams and just didn't get the right outcome there.
Anaya Barney brings it up the floor for the Tigers. Now in the corner, it's Sandvold. Thinking about the 3 is Godfrey, the senior. Now it's Sandvold again. In the lane, Barney off the mark with the layup. Polk bringing it up quickly for the Wahawks. Shot gets denied by the Tigers. They're second in Class 5A in total blocks. On the break for 3. It's good. Sandvold ties it up, 5-5. 3:37 to go here in this first quarter.
Those are the big shots for Cedar Falls, getting other people involved and especially hitting those outside shots.
First made 3 in the ball game from either team. Off the miss, Cedar Falls back with it, trying to get their first lead here in this quarterfinal game. Barney for 3. Well off from the top of the key, but chasing down the rebound is Jasmine Barney. Another try. Too strong by Emerson Green. And off the miss, infraction there on the Tigers. But Cedar Falls had a couple good looks there, but just couldn't drop one down.
That is Anaya Barney's second foul. So something to keep an eye on throughout the rest of this half.
And it looks like Sydney Remmert, sophomore, will come back in for the Tigers. A turnover by West. Well defended there, right in front of the Cedar Falls bench. Third turnover by Waterloo West. 5-5 our score. Emerson Green gives it back to Barney. Drives, gets the ball stripped. Signal a jump ball. The officials do. Ball will stay with the Tigers. Actually, the possession arrow is wrong on the scorer's bench, so it will be Waterloo West basketball. Again, another very good crowd here for this 5A quarterfinal matchup. Great crowds on hand for all the basketball games that we have had up to this point, but got to say Waterloo West, a little bit of a bigger crowd than Cedar Falls up to this point. It's Polk in the lane, missing the layup. Emerson Green throws it out in transition. Sydney Remmert back to Lexi Godfrey. Here's a 3 on the way. Short by Sandvold, who made one earlier to tie things up. 2:10 to go. Quarter number 1, 5-5. Hook shot is off by Williams, but the Wahawks grabbed the loose ball. Jackie, baskets have been hard to come by for both teams as they seem to lock things down on the defensive end.
Yeah, both teams really doing a nice job of buying into the defensive game plan, forcing the other team to take tough shots and basically do what they're not looking to do. I think both teams have done a nice job of pushing the teams into being more uncomfortable.
Well, Cedar Falls is now comfortable in the lead. 8-5 after that made three. They're in the corner. 8-5 Cedar Falls. Waterloo West 0 for 7 from the field. We should note all of their points have come from the free throw line. Down low. That changes real quick. Brooklyn Smith got a couple of frustrating fouls earlier, gets that one to go. Now Cedar Falls back with it. Emerson Green off the dribble. Floater won't go. Another rebound brought in by the Wahawks. 1 minute to go in this first quarter. 8-7. Back here to halftime on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Waukee leads here at the break, 46-28. That team will face the winner of our first semifinal game of the day. The Johnston Dragons punched their ticket to the championship game. We're now joined by head coach Chad Jellick. Coach, congratulations on the win. You beat some pretty good teams to get to the state title game. I believe it's your first trip to the title game since 2016. But first of all, congratulations. That's a big deal for you and the community.
I appreciate that. We've been to the semifinals for 3 years in a row now, and we lost the last two in close games. And so just to get over that hump with this group of kids was something special.
And like we talked about off air, an experienced group. How does that experience really help in those moments, especially both games against Southeast Polk and again against City High, really going down to the wire, but they stayed calm and collected and finished really strongly in both of those wins here.
Well, that's what happened at the end of the game. Our seniors, the girls that have been here, they hunkered down the last few minutes of each one of those games. Each one of them made some silly mistakes earlier in the first half. Then when it got down to crunch time, they were on, and they're the ones that helped propel us to the win.
So was really impressed with the play of Anna Gosling in the game, but your bench, Coach, 13 bench points. You held Iowa City High's bench to 0 points. So again, depth and balanced scoring is such a big deal here in tournament play, but that certainly was a key to your win over Iowa City High today.
Yeah, Anna Gosling, she scored, 14 or whatever, but I thought her defense, Kendall Need got in foul trouble early guarding their best player, and so we switched her off quick and put Anna on her, and I thought Anna did a great job on Aubrey Jones the whole day. She was frustrated. She couldn't get to the basket. Had a bunch of some turnovers, and, so on top of scoring, she did great. I'm on there. And then Molly Nelk's a freshman. She just comes in off the bench and fires away. And, that's kind of what she's there for. She doesn't really know any better at this point in her career. She's not been here, so she's just out there having fun and firing. And, her 3 threes in a row were, that was a point where City High had a chance to extend a 5-6 point lead.
Yeah.
And she hit those threes to put us up, and I don't think we trailed anymore after that. Or if we did, it wasn't very long. So those were huge coming off the bench and doing that.
Yeah, certainly a huge moment for the youngster there. And, going back to the community, a lot of Johnston fans. I got to tell you, that student section was really, really impressive. Just talk about the support from the Johnston community, because I know they love their Dragons.
They do, and it is, it's special. We've been here for, 6 years in a row now. In the semifinals 4 of the last 5 years. Championship game, a few years ago. Some places can take that for granted and, don't show up. City High's been here a lot, and their crowd compared to what we have over here is just awesome. They were in here at 9:30, and that side was already full, cheering on the girls feed off of that, and, we're just appreciative that they keep coming here, that they're not taking it for granted, and they come out and they support us all the time. And our gym is usually packed during the season, so it's very much appreciated. Our community's awesome.
Well, final one, Coach. Now the quick turnaround. The championship game is tomorrow. You'll either face Waukee or Waterloo West. So now what's the preparation like, knowing that you have a quick turnaround?
Well, the funny thing is, I teach in Waukee, and my daughter grew up in Waukee with all their kids that are playing are juniors, and my daughter's a junior. So I helped coach those kids since they were in 4th, 5th grade, a lot of them.
Wow.
And so now she's at Johnston and they're playing against each other. So I know them very well. So, I'm excited for the season they have because, I like those kids. But I'm ready for, I think our girls are ready to take that step and maybe hopefully win that championship tomorrow.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win today. Best of luck tomorrow, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that was Chad Jellick, the head coach at Johnston, joining us here. We're going to take a break, and we'll recap the first half stats from our game between Waukee and Waterloo West here at Wells Fargo Arena.